Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Bail is set at $2 million for Kyle Rittenhouse, the teen accused in fatal Kenosha shootings. A Kenosha County Court Commissioner set bail at $2 million for Kyle Rittenhouse at his first Wisconsin court appearance Monday, after being extradited from Lake County, Illinois on Friday afternoon. Rittenhouse, 17, faces homicide charges from the August 25th shootings during the civil unrest that followed the police shooting of Jacob Blake, who was left paralyzed 2 days earlier. Rittenhouse is charged with killing Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, Anthony Hubert, 26, and wounding Gage Grosh-Cruz, 22. His attorneys say he acted in self-defense. During a Zoom hearing, Court Commissioner Lauren Keaton said he considered Rittenhouse a flight risk, given the fact he faces decades or life in prison if convicted, and might have helped the thousands of supporters nationwide if he decided not to return to court. Assistant District Attorney Thomas Binger suggested Keaton maintain the $2 million bail set by Circuit Judge Mary Schroeder on Rittenhouse arrest warrant back in August. Defense attorney Mark Richards suggested $750,000 would be more than sufficient. He noted his client has no criminal record, surrendered voluntarily, and has family in the county and an overwhelming claim of self-defense. Who attacked my client first? Richards asked. Rosenbaum, then the mob, not demonstrators, but rioters with ill intent in their heart. The father of one victim and attorney for another participating in the hearing per the provisions of the recently adopted Marsy's Law encouraged even higher bail of $4 million. John Huber, father of Anthony Huber, said Rittenhouse has people out there that will help him, militia organizations that can raise money and harbor him. He called his son, who is seen on video striking Rittenhouse with a skateboard after Rittenhouse had killed Rosenbaum, a hero. Grosh-Cruz, whom Rittenhouse wounded, attended the hearing with his attorney, Kimberly Motley. She also requested $4 million bail. She said threats against her client, though not from Rittenhouse, will likely increase if Rittenhouse were freed pending trial. Richards, the defense attorney, tried to get Keaton to dismiss the one misdemeanor charge against Rittenhouse, possessing a firearm as a minor, citing what he called an exception in the statute. Binger disagreed on what the statute means, and Keaton said Richards could raise the issue later in writing. A preliminary examination was set for December 3rd. Rittenhouse had been held in an Illinois juvenile detention center since his surrender to his hometown, Antioch, Illinois. Police hours after the shooting, after Kenosha authorities ignored him as he walked to them with his arms raised in apparent surrender just minutes after the shootings, Kenosha Sheriff Lieutenant Eric Klinkhammer said Monday that Rittenhouse stay at the county's jail raised no problems over the weekend. In Illinois, his attorneys tried to argue that it's so apparent from videos that he was acting in self-defense that he should never have been charged, and that Illinois would be violating Rittenhouse's constitutional right if it returned him to face a political prosecution. But a judge there Friday said those are issues only for Wisconsin, and both states had met the technical requirements for extradition. So far, Rittenhouse has been represented by John Pierce, a Los Angeles civil litigator, in conjunction with lawyer Lynn Wood, an Atlanta defamation lawyer, each aligned with conservative causes and urging social media followers to donate to Rittenhouse's legal defense via a foundation Wood and Pierce established. Neither is licensed to practice in Wisconsin. In September, they hired Racine criminal defense attorney Mark Richards to handle Rittenhouse's actual case in Kenosha. A Chicago lawyer had been retained as local counsel in the failed extradition fight. Rittenhouse, carrying an AR-15 rifle, was among several groups of armed men who descended on Kenosha during ongoing protests over the Blake shooting, which had evolved into arson and looting. At least some had come in response to a post on Facebook by the group Kenosha Guard, calling for people to come and defend the city. It has not been proven yet whether Rittenhouse had seen the post himself or was encouraged by anyone with Kenosha Guard. He told police he and his group were hired to defend a car business that had been hit hard by arson the first night of protesting. On Monday, Wisconsin, Senator Tammy Baldwin called on Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg to do more to monitor the platform's millions of users. I request that you re-examine Facebook algorithms to ensure that they are not amplifying hate speech, misinformation, and violent extremist propaganda. Particularly as our nation approaches a presidential election, Baldwin wrote in a letter to Zuckerberg. During congressional testimony, Zuckerberg cited an operational mistake for why the Kenosha Guard call to arms remained posted even after 455 complaints that it violated Facebook standards. But Baldwin letter says Zuckerberg failed to explain the specific remedies, if any. Facebook took, in response to that error, 4 people involved in the Kenosha demonstration have sued Facebook for negligence, saying the failures Baldwin cites led to the violence August 25th. Last month, authorities charged another man with firing a gun right before and not far from where Rittenhouse fired his first shots, killing Rosenbaum at a business at the corner of 63rd Street and Sheridan Road. Rittenhouse supporters said that shot contributed to his sense that his life was in danger. So, people out there, before you thumbs down the video, because you guys are rooting for Rittenhouse, he's a hero, I suppose. But I still say if it was a black man walking down the street with an AR-15, he would have been gunned down. So to me, in your words, do you feel he's innocent, or do you feel he was acting in self-defense, or do you feel that which he is a minor, which shows in both states the law to carry is 18, I believe, in Illinois and 21 in Wisconsin. I might have that backwards, but he was under those age limits. Now, if that was a black kid under the age carrying a weapon, he would be tried as an adult and given life in prison. Even it doesn't matter if he was 5, 8, 10, 15, or he would have been locked up. So don't tell me that this kid here gets a pass because his complexion resembles you all's. Now, I'm not here to hate on anybody or tear anybody down, but this is the facts. The kid was a minor walking down the street with an AR-15. The people I don't blame him. I blame the police officers who didn't have a handle on it. Now, if a police officer was shot, this would be a different story. However, this was a minor carrying an AR-15, a weapon that is dangerous. What if the protesters just walked up just trying to talk and tell him to back up? But they're saying on video it shows they were running him down and they were beating him up and everything. Yeah, because this kid's approaching them with an AR-15. If I seen a kid with an AR-15, I'm not finna go beat him up. I'm running the other way. I'm out. His AR-15 is ready. I'm not finna sit there and be target practice. But to me, I feel like he's a minor. He shouldn't have not had the weapon. Regardless of whether it was self-defense or not, he should not have had the weapon. That's the point. All of this could have been solved with him not picking the gun up and going to Kenosha, Wisconsin. He should have stayed in Antioch, Illinois, where he's from. He should have stayed his ass right there and he would have been all right. But no, he wanted to go try to be Rambo. He wanted to go start wanted to go over there and be a part of the front line going against the protesters. This is ridiculous. This kid should have been detained from the beginning, but they want to act like, oh, nah, man. He has the right to carry a gun. He has the right to carry a firearm, even as a minor. I'm like I said, if the kid was black, he would have been thrown under the jail. So his bail was set at $2 million. Do you believe he should not? Do you believe that the bail should have been set that high? Or do you feel like he shouldn't have been subjected to have to pay bail? What do you say in the comments? Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell, and select all. And if you want to donate to the page, you can cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, and HDIITV. Thank you for listening. We out. Live boy.